So it seems like Brie Larson may have been cast in Star Wars, and I think this is a lot of Star Wars fans' worst nightmare, but really just any fans of any franchise. You do not want Brie Larson involved in your franchise. She can actually kill a franchise from the inside out. She can actually get in there, ruin everyone's morale, including the actors, the creatives, the directors, the writers, anyone who's involved in that franchise. Brie Larson can go in there and ruin it. People cannot want to work anymore on that franchise simply because Brie Larson is working on that franchise as well. We see that with the Marvel actors, and I'll show you some examples later on in the video. I have a clip to show you. I have a few clips to show you about Brie Larson just straight up not getting along with her co-stars. You can just tell that they don't like working with her, that they don't like being around her, and I don't blame them. She just doesn't seem like a good person. She's definitely not an enjoyable person to be around. I don't think she's a horrible person, but she's just not a good person. She's not a person with a good heart. She's a very arrogant person. She's a person with ideals that don't really make much sense, but she's extremely confident in those ideals, and those ideals play perfectly into the woke world that she's involved in. They play perfectly into Hollywood. The ideals that she has are very extreme and borderline racist towards her own race. It's just sad that that's what's accepted in Hollywood. It's sad that that's what's celebrated in Hollywood. Whenever she goes on stage and she says bad stuff about white people, she says that this movie isn't made for white people or old white men, whatever she said. I'll show you later on in the video that clip. But whenever she goes on stage and says that, people applaud her, people laugh, people love that stuff, and it's because she's involved in Hollywood. It's because people in Hollywood don't like straight white men. That's what it is. So whenever you go on stage and say that stuff, you're gonna get applause, you're gonna get laughter, people are going to like you more, you're going to get cast in more roles, and it's just sad because no fans like that stuff. There's a very small minority of fans that actually like people being racist, and it's not the majority of your fans. It's not the people that actually spend money on your product. It's not people like me, it's not people like you watching this video that will actually make you a profit, that will actually spend money on your products, purchase your content. It's just not going to work out if you keep on casting people like Brie Larson and letting her speak openly about not liking white people. But here's an article from Pirates and Princesses that says Brie Larson to play Mara Jade in Star Wars. Please note that this is a rumor and must be taken with a grain of salt. It's no secret that actress Brie Larson is a fan of Star Wars and has been trying to land a role in a galaxy far, far away. She's supposedly been begging producer / Marvel head Kevin Feige, who is currently working on his own Star Wars project, for a role at Lucasfilm. And if you remember a while back, whenever Kevin Feige was first announced to produce a Star Wars movie, we heard that they had cast a female lead that had been in Marvel before, that had been in the Disney family before, and a lot of the reports were saying that it's Brie Larson, and a lot of people, including myself, were extremely angry at that because she can ruin a franchise. She can bring the morale down for everyone on a set for a movie or a TV show. It is what it is. She's just not an enjoyable person to be around, and I'll show you exactly what I mean by that later on in the video. The controversial actress who was known for playing Carol Danvers in the MCU's 2019 film Captain Marvel seems to be on her way out at Marvel with the recent announcement that Captain Marvel 2 will now be called The Marvels. It's also been revealed that she will not be the main focus, but instead one of many, as Monica Rambeau, Kamala Khan are also confirmed to appear. With Brie's career in spandex seemingly in jeopardy, she may try to exchange her tights for a Jedi robe. Brie Larson has been speculated to play the High Republic Jedi Avar Kriss in a rumored Star Wars The High Republic TV show for Disney+, but a recent report says that this is not the case, that instead she will probably dye her hair red to play popular Legends character Mara Jade. Yet another strong woman with red hair made the victim of the anti-red hair brigade in Hollywood. Now this is just an absolutely awful idea for multiple reasons. One, because of all the reasons that I've already listed in this video. Brie Larson can ruin a franchise from the inside out. She can go in there and ruin everyone's morale, make no one want to work on those projects anymore. Not just the writers, not just the directors, not just the other actors on the set, but everyone on that set. I know she treats them poorly. You can just tell by the way she carries herself that she thinks she is better than everyone else, that everyone else is beneath her. Imagine how she treats the random employees on the sets of these movies and these TV shows. It must be horrible. But also, you can't enjoy directing, you can't enjoy producing, you can't enjoy acting alongside of Brie Larson. She's just not an enjoyable person to be around. So that's one reason. But also, Mara Jade is an iconic character for a lot of diehard Star Wars fans. A lot of people's favorite character is Mara Jade from the Legends content. And most of the time, those same people that love Mara Jade, the same people that think Mara Jade is their favorite character from Legends, don't like Brie Larson, because there's not a lot of people out there that absolutely love Brie Larson. It is what it is. So when you cast Brie Larson as Mara Jade, you're immediately going to lose a lot of fans. You're immediately going to lose a lot of interest in that show, in that movie, whatever it's going to be. Mara Jade is perhaps one of the most popular characters from the old Star Wars expanded universe, along with characters like Thrawn, Darth Talon, and Kyle Katarn. But when Lucasfilm was sold to Disney, the company just hit Control-Alt-Delete and instead focused on a new era, which apparently didn't work out. She was the wife of Luke Skywalker, played a huge part in the New Republic era, was a part of the new Jedi Order established by Luke, and was even one of the very few characters at the time who had the rare purple lightsaber, back when lightsaber colors actually distinguished what type of Force user you were. Even William Shatner, Captain Kirk himself, seemed to be a fan of her when debating someone on Twitter over Luke's love life. But for some, it may be too little too late, since the Disney trilogy made Luke appear to have never married her, might just appear in a few smaller stories instead of the saga films like fans wanted. She was Luke's wife, and if she can't be his wife, some fans say, why bother? Well, at this point in the franchise, it does seem like Luke never married. It does seem like Luke never had a love life. That's what they made it seem like in the sequel trilogy anyway. So if Mara Jade is going to appear in Disney Star Wars, it's not going to be as Luke's wife. It is what it is. Luke didn't have a wife. It seems like Luke didn't have a love life as far as I know in the Disney canon. So if they were to bring Luke's wife into the mix, if they were to bring Mara Jade into the mix as Luke's wife, that would kind of break canon. So they would have to just have Mara Jade as some sort of side character, as some sort of cameo here and there, just as a love letter to the fans, just to say thank you to the fans and give them something cool to look at. But if they do that, if they just give us Mara Jade every once in a while just as something cool to look at, as a cool cameo, and they make her Brie Larson, no one's gonna be happy with that. No one wants that. Just leave her out of it. We don't want Brie Larson involved in this. If Mara Jade has to be Brie Larson, if that's the only way that we can get Mara Jade in live action in Disney canon, I would just rather have Mara Jade never in Star Wars canon, never in Disney canon, than have Brie Larson play Mara Jade. But it really does seem like Brie Larson's job at Marvel is in jeopardy. Here we have an article that says Captain Marvel's 2 title was reportedly changed because Brie Larson didn't deliver. As MCU fans went wild over the implications of Captain Marvel 2 being rebranded as The Marvels, we wrote that you could bet your bottom dollar on rumors making the rounds shortly afterwards that would claim the decision was made due to internal concerns over Brie Larson. Lo and behold, Giant Freaking Robot is now reporting that the title of Carol Danvers' second solo outing was changed because Marvel Studios didn't want to place the focus solely on a figure that wasn't well received by a small and yet vocal minority who tried to downvote the first installment into oblivion at every opportunity. According to the outlet, the powers that be at Marvel Studios did not feel that she delivered in the first one on her own. She's not a bad actress. I would say that she's a pretty decent actress. She's a good actress, but having a good actress on, having a decent actress on a project like Brie Larson, someone who's going to be a PR nightmare, but not only a PR nightmare, she's just going to cause internal struggle. She's going to make people not want to work on projects. Like I said earlier, people just don't like Brie Larson, and I'll show you in 1 second what I mean by that. But people don't like Brie Larson, not just PR, not just the fans, but people that work alongside of Brie Larson do not like her. People that work for Brie Larson absolutely hate her. Let's take a look at some of the clips of Brie Larson interacting with her castmates, of Brie Larson interacting with fans, of Brie Larson talking on stage about certain groups of people and how her movies that she makes aren't made for those certain groups of people for some reason. Let's take a look at Brie Larson being Brie Larson and why people hate her, why her castmates hate her, why the fans hate her, and why she should never be cast in Star Wars. Please, Brie Larson, for the love of God, stay away from Star Wars.
Responsibility. I mean, I am committed to self-improvement, and I work at being the best person that I can be and using this platform for as much good as I can, but it doesn't mean, gosh, oh no.
Whatever.
Is Brie Larson? I feel like you don't need to Google this, by the way.
Okay.
Is Brie Larson a gamer? Great question. Duh. Would Brie Larson work out? Like, hypothetically, would I at some point? Is that like a personal attack or something? Or is that a request? Do you think I should? Yeah, I work out a lot.
Smug aura mocks me.
Impressed with how you've been dealing with all of this press for the Giant, for Captain Marvel and Avengers, and every single interview you've done it so well.
Yeah,
Thanks for asking. Who is Brie Larson's stunt double? I have 2.
I do all my stunts.
I did my stunts because I thought that that's what everyone did. I did my stunts because I thought.
Gotcha, bitch.
I do not need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work for him about A Wrinkle in Time. It wasn't made for him.
Let me know what you guys think in the comments about Brie Larson being cast to play Mara Jade. Do you think this rumor is true? Do you think this rumor is BS? And if this rumor is true, how would you feel about Brie Larson being cast as Mara Jade? Let me know what you think in the comments. But if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow me on Twitter or join the Discord, both of those links will be in the description as well. But thank you for watching the video and hope to see you in the next one.